5 o'clock. Good evening. Here is the world news at 5. First, the top stories. Fresh teachers registration exercise faces hurdles in Ogun State. Southeast state governors to meet Buhari on Biafra other issues. Presidency owes workers 293 billion naira, rules out retrenchment. Repentant cattle rustlers militants to be resettled in 7 states. On the foreign scene, 10 people killed, several injured in explosion at Russia's metro stations, and Trump says US ready to end threat posed by North Korea. I am Femi Osinuga, bringing you the news in detail shortly. Mixed reactions by teachers in Ogun State have trailed the proposed fresh registration of teachers in primary and secondary schools to reposition the teaching profession. The fresh registration is to be undertaken by the Teachers Registration Council of Nigeria, TRCN, as from May, in conjunction with the Nigeria Union of Teachers, NUT. The Ogun State Chairman of Academic Staff Union of Secondary Schools, Mr. Akim Lasisi, in an interview with Rock City FM, asked the council as a matter of urgency to issue certificate and license to already registered teachers in the state. Lasisi says that members of his union may not take part in the fresh registration exercise if those registered during the first phase of the exercise in 2001 and 2003 are not integrated into the system by the council. Several other public school teachers in Ogun State who spoke with Rock City FM asked the registration council to refund the 1,500 naira registration fee they paid in 2001 when the exercise was first introduced without being issued with certificates. They also warned the council against any attempt to deduct subscription fees from their salaries, saying such deduction should be voluntary and not mandatory. The public school teachers condemned the council's registration fee of 6,000 naira for the National Certificate Examination (NCE), 12,000 naira for the degree holders, as well as 15,000 naira for doctorate degree holders teachers. One person has been killed in an auto crash at Shagamu section of the Lagos-Ibadan Expressway. The driver of the truck claimed he was battling with some unforeseen forces before he lost control of the truck and crashed. The accident near Remo Majestic Hotel involved a truck marked KRD 776XM, whose driver was seriously injured, while one other person in the vehicle escaped unhurt. Spokesman of the Ogun State Traffic Compliance and Enforcement Corps, Trace, Commander Babatunde Akimbiyi, says the body of the deceased has been taken to the morgue of Fakoya Hospital in the town. The injured driver, Samuel Bangay, was taken to Total Care Specialist Hospital, also in Shagamu. The accident, according to the Trace spokesman, occurred when the driver lost control of the truck, which later fell into a ditch. Southeast State governors is to meet President Muhammadu Buhari over the growing agitation for the Biafra Republic and other issues affecting the region. The forum took the decision at its meeting held in Enugu, the Enugu state capital, over the weekend, attended by all the state governors in the region. Addressing newsmen at the end of the meeting, the forum chairman, Governor Dave Umahi, listed other issues they would discuss with the president as the continued detention of Nnamdi Kanu, development issues and ecological problems. The governor also resolved to meet all relevant federal government agencies and major stakeholders in the region to find solutions to the challenges facing the region. The presidency says it has no plan to reduce the number of staff on the payroll of the federal government, despite its huge debt to the workers and the biting effects of the economic recession. Head of Service of the Federation, Mrs. Winifred Oyo-Ita, who gave this indication at the weekend, says the federal government is owing workers on its payroll about 293 billion naira. The presidency, according to her, is putting a modality in place to clear the huge debt while cleaning up the payroll of ghost workers. Oyo-Ita explains that the view of the Buhari administration is that retrenching the federal workforce will worsen the unemployment problems. She adds that the presidency is exploring the creative means of generating revenue through the ministries, departments, and agencies. Lagos State PDP has accused Governor Ayodele Fayose of Ekiti State of engaging in anti-party activities by openly associating with APC national leader Asiwaju Bola Tinubu. The party chairman, Chief Segun Adewale, in a release, alleged that Fayose, like some PDP leaders, had sold out himself to some individuals in APC. He cited an advertorial placed by Fayose to greet Tinubu on his 65th birthday and his attendance of the inauguration of Governor Rotimi Akeredolu of Ogun State. The PDP chairman also recalls that the governor stayed away from the welcome and Thanksgiving service organized for former governor Olusegun Mimiko at the end of his tenure. Fayose, according to him, fails to understand the PDP looks up to him and that such activities undermine his image in the party, which regards him as a rallying point for its supporters. The European Union has voted 392 million naira to finance the training and resettlement of repentant militants and cattle rustlers in 7 states under the federal government's amnesty program. The states are Katsina, Kebbi, Sokoto, Zamfara, Kaduna, Akwa Ibom, and Cross River. A member of the Presidential Committee on the Small Arms and Light Weapons, retired Air Commodore Joseph Adeleke, made this known in Katsina after inspecting 364 weapons surrendered by repentant castle rustlers in Katsina State. He explains that the biometric of the repentant castle rustlers and militants will soon be taken to create a database for the amnesty program. The amnesty program, according to him, will be implemented by the United Nations Development Program, which will train the repentant castle rustlers and militants in alternative skills to take them away from crimes. Air Commodore Adeleke says they will be provided with equipment after the training. You are still listening to the World News at 5 on Rock City 101.9 FM. Up next, we bring you foreign, business, and sport news. Do stay with us. On the foreign scene, at least 10 people have been killed in explosions at an underground station in St Petersburg in Russia. News agencies reported the blast hit the Senaya, Ploshchad, and nearby Technology Chesky Institute stations in the center of the city. Images posted on social media showed a badly mangled carriage with a number of casualties nearby. President Vladimir Putin says all causes, including terrorism, were being investigated. The Interfax and Real News Agency reported that at least 50 people have been injured and that a number of children were among those hurt. Interfax said one of the blasts may have involved a device filled with shrapnel. US President Donald Trump has said the United States will solve the nuclear threat from North Korea with or without China's help. Mr. Trump, speaking ahead of the scheduled visit from Chinese President Xi Jinping, this week said that China has great influence over North Korea. He warns that the US will if China is not going to solve North Korea. Asked if he meant one-on-one unilateral action, Mr. Trump said he would not speak more on the issue. Earlier, the Trump administration had said military option on the table to end the threat posed by North Korea. In business, UBA PLC has asked students and youth to imbibe the culture of saving because the future belongs to them. The bank's executive director for Lagos and West, Mr. Ayoku Luadi, made the call in Abeokuta while addressing students of the Gateway Secondary School, Itai Yalude, Abeokuta, as part of events marking the Financial Literacy Day. The Financial Literacy Day, whose theme is Learn, Save and Earn, is part of the Global Money Week organized by the Central Bank of Nigeria in partnership with UBA PLC and Junior Achievement. The UBA director, who explains that the theme aims at inculcating financial discipline among students nationwide, says it is better to catch them young. The UBA director, who says that 30 schools were selected nationwide for the program, explains the benefits of savings, especially from a young age. Representative of Junior Achievement, Mrs. Justina Ogun, says the primary objective of the program is to increase awareness on the importance of savings, earning a livelihood, inculcate savings habits for personal and national development. Finally, sport news. Aqua United's Al-Azan Moazzam Ibrahim produced an individual brilliance to help his club to a 4-2 win over 3SE in one of Sunday's Nigeria Professional Football League matches. Also, Plateau United scrapped to a 1-0 win over Wiki Tourist in Jos after Ruben Bala converted from the spot just before the hour. Nasarawa United hit MFM 4-0 with goals from Adamu Hassan, Yinka Onolapo, Anthony Osu, and Abdurrahman Bashir. El Kanami moved into second place on the back of their 1-0 win over Kano Pillars in Maiduguri. Ufom Udo was the hero from Eyimba as he inspired them to a 2-1 success over Southeast rivals and MPFL champions Enugu Rangers. Gombe United and Remo Star East to a 1-0 win over Rivers United and Katsina United respectively. Eric Duferga came off the bench to score a late winner for Remo Stars to ease their worries at the wrong end of the league standings. Sunday, Adetunji and Ibrahim Babawo scored 2 goals each for Abia Warriors and Niger Tornadoes respectively, while Tornadoes edged Lobby Stars 2-1. That was the world news at 5, and just before we go, the major stories once again. Fresh teachers registration exercise faces hurdles in Ogun State. Southeast state governors to meet Buhari on Biafra other issues. Presidency owe workers 293 billion naira rules out retrenchment. Repentant castle rustlers militants to be resettled in 7 states. On the foreign scene, we told you that 10 people killed, several injured in explosion at Russia's metro stations, and Trump says US ready to end threat posed by North Korea. For more stories and to listen to us live, please log on to our website www.rockcityfmradio.com/live. Thank you for listening. I am Femi Osinuga. Good evening.